habitat loss.
Okay, but you just said there's still suitable habitat in some areas. So how could habitat loss be the main problem here?
Well, it all goes back to tipping points. You see, the author's suggesting that even if it's gradual, habitat loss over time could push the quail population past some critical threshold.
Yeah.
And then that's when you get this rapid decline that we're seeing. Think of it like a bathtub. You can keep draining a little bit of water at a time, and it seems like everything's fine. But then all of a sudden, whoosh, it hits the drain and all the water goes down the pipe.
Okay, yeah, that's a great analogy. I get it now. So you're saying that even if things look okay on the surface,
Yeah.
underneath those subtle changes could be pushing the ecosystem closer and closer to the edge until it suddenly collapses.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And to kind of illustrate this even further, the author brings in some interesting research looking at the relationship between the area of habitat and how well populations can actually persist.
Oh, right.
And, we often assume that this is just a simple linear relationship.
Right. Less habitat, fewer quail.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
But the research suggests it's a lot more complicated than that.
So it's not that one-to-one correlation. So what does the research say?
Well, the research suggests that there's something called an extinction threshold.
An extinction threshold.
Yeah. It's essentially this point where even a small amount of habitat loss can have like a really big impact on a population's chance of survival. It's that classic last straw that breaks the camel's back.
Right.
And here's another interesting thing, habitat fragmentation. Breaking those larger habitats into smaller, more isolated patches,
Yeah.
that can make this whole thing even worse.
Yeah. That makes sense. Because if the habitat's all broken up, it's harder for the quail to find food, mates, all the things they need.
Right, exactly.
So could this extinction threshold, along with habitat fragmentation, be playing a role in what's happening with the quail in the southern Great Plains?
Well, there's definitely a possibility. And, we have to remember that this region has experienced significant habitat loss and fragmentation, mainly due to agricultural conversion and just, development in general.
Right.